Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Tonight we're going to look at how to refactor interfaces and abstract classes and classes, how to move methods between these three types. And it is quite easy with IntelliJ. So let me just show you how it's done. Actually, I have the spacecraft from the last refactoring video that I made. So I'm going to change this refactoring video a little bit. I'm going to delete all the methods to begin with, and then our spacecraft right here. First of all, I'm going to make it abstract. That's step one. So now I have an abstract class instead. I'm going to create a new interface. Let us do that. That could be a flying object. Yes, add it to source control. Git. Thank you very much. And here I would like to have a method that is named fly, like this. So we need to fly and do something there. And then in my abstract class, I would like to implement the interface that I just created. So I have the flying object right here. And when I'm implementing this, then it doesn't mean I do not need to to implement the methods from here, because it could be implemented in the final class that I'm going to create right now. This could be a round spaceship, and this round spaceship here, it extends the the spacecraft like this. And here I need to implement the method, because the flying method was actually not implemented in the class that I'm extending in the super class. So let me just implement it. So I have a sound right here. So it's flying room bus something. That is the sound of the spaceship, right? So but right now it's actually in the round spaceship itself. But let's just say that I actually want to move this up to my spacecraft instead. Instead of actually having it down here, then I want to move it up one step. Then I could easily do that. I can right click right here, and then I can say refactor, and then I can say pull members up or push members down. Right now I'll say pull members up. If I do that, mark the fly, then you can see here, pull up members of round spaceship to the spacecraft. I could also have actually moved it all the way up to the flying object. Then I think that it will. I actually don't know what it would do. Then it would implement maybe a default method or something like that. But in my situation, I want to move it up to the spacecraft. So let us do that. Refactor. So now it actually disappeared from my round spaceship, and in the abstract class right here, now I have my fly method right here. That means that if I'm creating a lot of other spaceships, then I do not need to implement fly, because it's quite generic. We could actually also have let's say that then I start coding. So then I started creating some code. I want to create a land method also, but now I'm just in a zone, and I'm just coding so well inside this class right here. So I did not. I forgot to move up to the flying object interface, but I just wrote my code right here instead. Land instead, like this, and then I implement this landing method right here. And then I can write something landing, and then I forgot to add it to the implement interface, and I can easily also do that by right clicking again, refactor, and then we can actually pull it up again, pull up, and then I can choose. Yeah, you can see I can choose the interface, and then I can say land and make abstract. Yes, that's okay. Refactor. Let us just see what happens. The method is still in my class right here. That is really cool. But now it also appears in the interface. This is very, very cool. So it's very, very easy to move these methods around. And let's say that up in my interface right here, I would actually like to move this to the abstract. Abstract class instead. Let us try to see if we can do that. Refactor, push members down. Now I want to push it down to let us try to see if we can figure this one out. Refactor. So right now the land actually disappeared, and it's okay. This time it's totally gone. If I want to pull it up into the abstract, let us try to do that. Refactor, pull up, and then let's choose. Okay, I can actually not choose my my abstract class. I can only move it up to the interface again. But it is very, very useful for moving methods around. Of course, I could also just cut and paste. That is also quite easy, right? But yeah, I would actually. Okay, so now we actually have them in the spacecraft. That is my abstract. Okay, that is my abstract class where they are where they are in right now. Sorry, I just yeah, there was a small mistake there. So they're actually in my abstract class right now. Let's say that I wanted them in the round spaceship instead. Actually, is that possible? Let us try. Refactor, and then push members down. Push it down. We cannot push it down. We cannot choose where we want to push it down to. But let us try again. Land. Look, it was actually possible. Now my round spaceship has the method of land right there. And I can also push down the other method if that's what I want to. Just place the cursor here on the method, and then I right click, say refactor, and then I push the members down again. Fly, and then if I have multiple multiple usage of this abstract class, then it will be pushed down to all of the instances, or also all of the classes. So let me just create a new class right here. That could be a pyramid spaceship, like this. It's a class. Add it. Yes, thank you very much. Extends spacecraft. Extend spacecraft. Of course, now I need to implement some method, the land method. But we do not have, in the round spaceship, we do not have the fly. That is currently located in the spacecraft right here. So let us try to push that one down and see that it actually ends up in both these classes right here. Let us try to see if it works. Refactor, push members down, fly. Yes, it was fly. Refactor. Thank you very much. Let's go look. The round spaceship has the fly now. Let us look at the pyramid. The pyramid also has the fly right now, and it actually has the same code as which was formerly located in the abstract class. So in Tilde, it makes it very, very easy to move methods around between abstract classes and interfaces and the implementing classes, right? Again, we almost have no reasons or no excuses for not refactoring. Of course, sometimes there is a little bit with the timing that need to be. And we also need to test the code. And if we have some really, really cool tests already, then it's also easier for us to just go ahead and refactor whenever we want to do that. And if someone ends up in a time machine and go back to the go like 20 years back in time, and then you end up with in a world where there's a lot of J2EE, then try to invent this feature, because it would have made life a lot easier at that point if you could just move methods around. Maybe there were actually tools at that point. I did not examine that at all. But it was used a lot. Interfaces were used a lot in the good old J2EE days. And also abstract classes. But that's actually what I want to show tonight. I just want to show it's so easy again with IntelliJ to refactor and then to push or pull methods down or up in the hierarchy. So, and I can see I was covering some of it there, but yeah, let me just move myself to the upper corner right here. I'll just show it again right here. Refactor. And then you can see you have the pull members up and the push members down right here. So it's yeah, that's where they're located. Thank you very much for watching me tonight, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great evening. Bye bye.